Welcome to the Gallagher SMB course. This module covers the hardware installation of the Gallagher SMB system. First, let's have a look at the hardware that comes in the SMB kit. The hardware components are 1 cabinet, 1 controller, 2 8-in 4-out boards, 1 24 volts, 6 amps life safety power supply unit, 1 12 volts, 4 amps B100 power supply converter, 1 D8 fused power distribution board, 1 T11, T15, or T30 reader, and optionally, 1 Alula BAT Connect communicator with Gallagher dialer. Consult with the customer for choosing an installation location for the cabinet. It is recommended that the cabinet be installed in a cool, dry, and secured location such as a server room, electrical, or equipment closet. The location should provide environmental protection, AC mains power availability, and building cable availability for peripheral security devices. Ensure the cabinet is accessible to the site's wired network and that an active internet connection is available. The controller connection requires an internet connection supplied via a network-connected cable to the controller's Ethernet port. Check to ensure the site has an internet connection by connecting a device, such as your laptop, to the site's network. Remove the backplate from the cabinet by unscrewing the 2 bolts and lifting it out. Identify and create the knockouts needed for the power cable and external cables. Use the existing knockouts or create your own. Gallagher recommends adding an appropriate cable gland, or at minimum, filing down any sharp edges. Mark the position of the 4 mounting holes, 2 keyholes, and rear tamper detector on the cabinet mounting surface. Fix the rear tamper sticker to the mounting surface. The sticker must align with the light pipe located in the back of the cabinet. Secure the cabinet to the wall with the help of the keyholes, and then secure it with a minimum of 4 suitable fixing anchors. The cabinet must be tight and flush against the wall. This ensures the distance between the rear tamper sticker and the controller's rear tamper detector is kept to a minimum. Slide the backplate under the bolts on the right-hand side and align it with the 2 screw holes. Screw the backplate back into place. Reattach the door, and connect the earth wires from the gear plate to the cabinet and the cabinet door. Connect an Ethernet cable from the site's network to the controller. If using the Alula for monitoring, make sure to set up an account in the Alula Connect portal. Fix the Alula to the inside of the cabinet door. Position the external cellular antenna far away from the cabinet. Feed the antenna cable down through a knockout hole. Ensure nothing is obstructing the antenna and there is a decent amount of space above. Replace the internal antenna with the external antenna. If not using cellular, then connect the Ethernet cable from the site's network to the Ethernet port on the Alula. Connect the Gallagher PSTN dialer to the controller's RS-232 port. Connect power to the ALULA. Draw power from the D8 fuse board. Use the supplied phone wires between the ALULA and the P3 line-in connector on the PSTN dialer. Should you require additional readers or I/O boards, these should be added and connected prior to bringing the system online. Gallagher readers and I/O boards communicate over the H-bus protocol, which is based on the RS-485 standard, and allows each device to communicate up to 1,640 feet when running power in a separate cable. All cabling between H-bus devices should use daisy chain wiring. This allows you to have multiple devices on the same cabling run. The end devices on the H-bus run must be terminated. To terminate a reader, connect the orange wire to the green wire. To terminate the controller or I/O board, ensure the onboard termination jumper is fitted. Should you require multiple doors, the H-bus 8-port hub can be utilized. This hub supports the star wiring of 8 H-bus devices to the hub's 8 ports. Note: you will still need to provide power to the door. A reader that is not assigned to a door will act as an arming reader. An arming reader is typically installed inside the building, allowing a user to view the armed or disarmed state of the site. A user can arm or disarm the site using their phone, or at the arming reader using Bluetooth or an SMB key tag. Connect inputs and outputs as required. Fit 2. 4K7 resistors as close as possible to the device being monitored. When the monitored device incorporates a normally closed tamper switch, it can be wired in series with resistor R1. All devices connected to a single I/O board must share the same resistor value. The resistance value for an I/O board can be changed within the configuration app. Relays are provided as dry contacts or electromagnetically switched contacts. Each relay is rated 3 amps at 24 VDC for a resistive load, or 1 amps at 24 VDC for an inductive load. The relay is controlled by the assigned output in the Gallagher configuration app. To make use of the relay, terminate the positive constant supply to the common termination of the relay, and nominate either normally open or normally closed termination to operate the external device. The D8 fuse board provides power distribution. The board can be used to power locks, sensors, and sirens, while maintaining circuit protection. Jumpers are used to draw either 12 VDC or 24 VDC from the board. The default jumper position is 1, which draws 24 VDC, designed to power locks. Change the jumper to position 2 if you want to draw 12 VDC from the board. Power must be connected to the black and white wires and the earth wire located to the right of the controller. Switch on the AC power and observe that the controller receives power. Using the battery leads provided, connect the required batteries. You will need to calculate the battery draw and install the appropriate number of batteries. To calculate the total battery backup capacity to sustain full functionality of the entire system during power failure, follow these steps. First, add the individual loads of all the units installed and connected to the cabinet's power supply. Then multiply the combined power drawn by X number of hours. In our example, we will use 24 hours. This represents the amount of time the customer requires the backup battery to last. Note, it is recommended that you multiply the result by 1.1. This will give the total required battery capacity a 10% safety margin. Therefore, in this example, to sustain 28.512 amp hours, you would require 5 by 7 amp hour batteries. The cabinet can accommodate up to 4 7 amp hour 12-volt batteries in parallel. Use the orange wires to daisy chain the batteries. Double-check all your connections. The site hardware is now installed, and the site can be configured using the Gallaher Configuration app. This concludes the module for hardware installation. Site configuration will be covered in the next module.